I'm Sarah, and I'm going to be talking about how I felt my informative speech went. The purpose of this speech was to inform the audience about a serious topic, a global issue that was going on, and I chose to do the food crisis. And going into this speech, I was kind of nervous on gathering my information, but once I started gathering the information, I felt as though I had enough. I was worried that I wasn't going to have enough, but I had enough information to relay the message. Briefly define speaker ethos. How did you work to make sure your ethos was high? Speaker ethos is the ability to get your audience to trust you and listen to what you're saying and believe in you. And to get my ethos high, I tried to get really credible sources, and that was how I made sure that my ethos was high. My technology was, for the most part, adequately prepared. There was one time when my PowerPoint told me that I couldn't record the speeches, so I had to shut down my computer and start over again. So it was a little bit of a delay, but once I got back working, it was fine. What principles did you keep in mind when creating and designing your PowerPoint presentation? I kept in mind that it needed to be professional, but yet simple enough to just have the reader be able to read it simply. And give one or two tips to effectively use PowerPoint. To effectively use PowerPoint, you kind of need to know what you're working with. And so if you don't know how to use PowerPoint, you need to go and check it out before you go, and once you're comfortable with it, you can start using it. In terms of structure and organization, what felt natural and what felt odd, my introductions and conclusions I felt were very normal to me, and they felt as though they came very easy, but the verbal signposts felt odd to me with the words that I was saying next. It didn't seem natural. I considered my audience when developing my speech. I considered that they wouldn't know as much of the information that I knew. So I had to go through the basics first so that they would understand what I was talking about, and then I could move on to more complex stuff. What did I do in my speech that worked? I felt that most of my speech was really good for me, but the only thing that could use some improvement was my transitions. I feel like my transitions could use a little work and could be a little better, but other than that, my speech went really well for me. Connect your learned experiences to the class readings and concepts. Include at least one specific chapter with a page from the section to which you're referring. In Chapter 3 on page 17, it says that you can't unsay the words that you just said. So you need to know your topic well enough to get the message across and to deliver the message to your audience. Thank you.